Hi, everybody. I wanted to dive a little bit deeper into the mirror conversation. If you haven't purchased your mirror, be sure and do that. And when I started this conversation, the mirror is designed to be a reflection. So when something's up, I have to look at myself. I can't push it outward and say the problem is out there or I'm a victim or poor me. And what I realized though is I want to tell you how not to use the mirror, because in the last couple of weeks I've caught myself doing this, where I've used the mirror to reflect on how badly I'm doing, or to reflect on how I am not achieving the goals that I want this week, or I'm not having the work that I want, or my life isn't going in the direction that I want. And while all that may be true, it's just a temporary state. And when I reflect on it, when I hold the mirror up, the objective is not to go into self shame, self blame, self judgment, self pity, self victimization. It's to just reflect on, what am I sitting with right now? What is it that I'm doing that I could do differently? And the outside world will change at its own pace. What I have control over shifting right away is my mindset. So my reflection when I look in the mirror is, how can you continue down this path in a way that's positive? How can you continue to take steps? How can I? How can I continue to take steps and move forward? How can I stay out of shaming or blaming or judging myself because my life is not where I think it should be yet? And so I want you to be really cautious of that. If you're holding the mirror up and what you're reflecting back to you are negative thoughts, or thoughts that are part of your limiting narrative, then there's a message there. Part of my limiting narrative that I grew up with and came into my life by the time I was 10 years old, was that I'll never be enough. And now as a grown up, that still comes into my head when I reflect and say, I'm not where I want to be. And it tells me there's still, even after all these years, there's still a little piece of me that thinks, will I ever be enough? Or will I achieve this? And so as you're reflecting, as I'm reflecting, I want to be aware of that, because there's some more work for me to do on that limiting narrative. And I don't want to let that narrative take me down in a way that moves me backwards, because I've lived that part of my life. And my awareness today in my self-reflection is that I still have some more work to do. I still have some more work to do to shift that mindset and to just become more aware. And my self-reflection when I look in the mirror is more around the fact that I can do this. I can work through this. I can achieve the goals that I want. I can transcend anything that's happening to me, as long as I'm present and living in the moment. If you haven't gotten a mirror, get one. If you're looking in the mirror and judging and shaming and blaming yourself, stop doing that. Look in the mirror and ask yourself, what is it that I'm doing? What is it that I'm thinking that's inhibiting my ability to be my most authentic self? And remember, keep growing.